What's up guys, and this is Eastcoastprince again, and this is my reaction channel, and welcome to my reaction. Today I'll be reacting to Judas The Rat by Vector. This is a reply to Am I This, and I hope you guys enjoy it. As I react to this, please, I'm going to apologize if I'm going to be in any way biased, because I'm actually an MI fan, and since I'm an MI fan, of course all I have to do is support my guy. But I'm trying not to be biased with this reaction. I'm going to listen to the lyrics and see if I can actually decipher some of the lines used. We know Vector always uses some deep lines. Already, I've seen the album art. The art is actually very nice. The art is fire though. And the title too is actually great. The title, Judas The Rat. Jude is MI's name, and Judas coined from Jude, which is MI's name. Judas The Rat. A rat is also a snitch. And a rat is actually as in a rat, like the pest rat. So if you want to think deep into it, talking about rats, you talk about, okay, Vector is the viper, you know that snakes eat rats. So I guess Vector wants to eat MI for breakfast in this one. So let's see how the viper eats the rat. I just hope he eats him.
Yeah. Lafayette. Sham. Look. See, I don't know about you, but I'm the only number one from the 2, 3, 4. I like it, Jojo. I'm Sean Kuti when I'm smoking rappers, whether white or brown. Yeah, I do spit raw. I like it, Jojo. See, I don't know about you, but I'm the only number one from the 2, 3, 4.
Okay, it started off. I like the hook. It said, I don't know about you, but I'm number one from the 2, 3, 4. I like it, Jojo. So the hook is already nice. Number one from the 234. 234 is actually the phone line number representing Nigeria. So it seems it's the number one rapper. What he's saying there is the number one rapper in Nigeria. So Alaye Jojo is number one rapper in Nigeria. So Alaye Jojo. So let's listen to let's continue. And he said something about Seun Kuti. But I don't really understand the Seun Kuti line. But I know something. It also means something though.
I like it, Jojo. I'm Seun Kuti when I'm smoking rappers, whether white or brown. I really do spit raw. I like it, Jojo. Jesse Jags, you're my buddy. I couldn't do this in a hurry, but the truth about your brother's been blurry. So sometime in this sermon, I'll say some uncomfortable facts to show his fans their goat is really a rat. Let's start the lecture with
Vector started this year with talking about Jesse Jags, and I'm like, okay, you are starting a diss track and talking about Jesse Jags. You understand that Vector and Jesse Jags, they are in Hennessy together, and of course, since MI came at Vector, that Vector is actually having a down career. His career is going down, and his career is not prospering. Of course, I'm sure that he didn't really see anyone to tackle, so he'll go for the weak spot of MI, which is Jesse Jags, and Jesse Jags is MI's brother, and we all know that Jesse Jags has not really been having a favorable career since he left Chocolate City. His career has been going down. So I think what Vector is saying here is that okay, you are coming to me and trying to tell me that, hey, my career is going down, but I have not helped your brother, who is Jesse Jags, and also having a failing career. So let's continue.
to brace yourself. I know if you encountered you would hate yourself. Who are the rappers that I put on? Many more plus 2 out of your 3. And I didn't sign anything, I did it all for free. Since you were scratching on the surface like your DJ Lambo, how about the guns you brought to help one become Rambo? The next one.
Okay, now Vector is saying that he has supported some rappers, he has helped other rappers, and he doesn't have to sign them to show that he's helping them. And come to think of it, Vector actually, he features a lot of rappers, and he features some rappers in the song, not a lot per se, but he features some rappers in the song. And he said even 2 out of MI's 3. And the 2 he's talking about there is AQ and Black. The truth is that AQ and Black were strong friends of Vector before going to Chocolate City. But even at that, they were not really popular and they were not really on the map. One thing that I think Vector is actually he helps upcoming rappers, but he doesn't do them on a bigger level or in a bigger scale like MI does. So I think that is the advantage that MI has over him, and that's why MI is using against him. But if you come to think of it, Vector is actually, he features a lot of rappers. You can see the Purge, Victor Vida, and Paper Coleon. So it tries and it pushes some rappers too. And also on NSC, the freestyle, it does it with a lot of upcoming. So, but if you want to look at it in a bigger perspective, putting them in the limelight, like the people that have hits and become more sensation, there's nobody that you can call from Vector. But if you think about it, you think from MI, you see Jesse Jaggs, who hits and his career is currently down. But people that at some point in their career they were really big, like Ice Prince, Jesse Jaggs, Brian Moore. At some point in their career they were big. So let's continue.
I did a feature with trended years ago, still mentioned it in a tweet, and it trended on the go. So what am I supposed to do? Sign a man I wouldn't sign. I don't do politics music, leaving people suffering behind. Do you
MI, he just said that MI is actually is worshipping some politicians, and that is actually true. This one is for a fact I can testify to the fact that MI supported Ambode during Ambode's time and during Ambode's term. So MI was one of the biggest supporters of Ambode, and he promoted Ambode. And now Vector is saying that, hey, you worship all these politicians, I follow them, follow. But me, I don't do that. I don't do this kind of stuff. So that's what Vector is saying, and he has a point there. So let's continue.
Failed in real life. Your brother was such a gift, you wrapped away from the light. I mean, you claim helping people who are struggling to make it. Well, Jesse's struggling to make it. You the Lagos, you the floss.
You came here helping people who are struggling. Exactly what I said before. You came struggling to help people who are struggling to make it. Well, Jesse is struggling to make it. But that is no MI's fault, because Jesse Jaggs willingly left Chocolate City because of he didn't want to renew his contract. He felt that Audu was controlling them in Chocolate City. So that one is not MI's fault, but it's a diss, so Vector is allowed to use that. So, but let's continue.
You not boss, but your brother went from Lagos to Ondo, then to Jos. Chalk City went down from all that fuckboy antics. The last I checked, Jesse was in a Chalkboy mansion. But since your big brother evicting him is part of the game, you didn't care about your father, the one you both share his name, and now you're trying to be my father.
Okay, now you have entered. Since your big brother evictioning is part of the game, you didn't care about your father that you both share his name. So big brother evictioning. MI is the big brother to Jesse Jaggs, and Jesse Jaggs left Chocolate City. So it's indirectly saying that MI evicted Jesse Jaggs. Wow. I told you Vector has really deep lines. Then you don't care about your father that you both share his name. I'm sure this is not complete. Now let's hear what Vector has to say about that.
Well, that's what he said. I'm sure everybody knows my father is dead. I mean, your father raised you in the way of the Lord, but we never see you acting in the way.
Okay. I think this line actually hits hard. So MI said in the Viper that Vector is his son. So if for the fact that his son had a name, he cannot issue. That doesn't mean that his son should not double Charlie. Vector is saying that that his father is dead, mean that MI is dead, is dead meat. So so that's why just using this line against him, and that's clever. That's some clever.
Of the Lord, is it the Lord's way to only act when you make gain? How many rappers have you supported without making any gain? Who spends money on rap events? I dare you to name a name. If it's not Hennessy, I dare you to name a name. I've given more rappers shine.
Okay, now Vector is telling MI that that how many rappers have you actually helped without making any gain? Indirectly saying that MI uses rappers for cash cow. But if you look at it in the industry, it's business, man. You can't sign people without making money off them. They have to bring value to you and you help them. But as MI, what he's saying that MI helped anybody without thinking of his own profit in it. And if I want to say, well, it's possible that MI must have helped some people without thinking of any profit in it, but I don't know. That's left for MI to answer. But as a businessman, if you're helping people, you sign them, make them popular, you're supposed to gain something inside. I'm not trying to defend MI here, please. So I'm just trying to be not biased. I'm just thinking too deep. Let's go.
Than you ever will try. You had Hennessy before me, but you never could try. And I don't think you're the government, but your people love you. They fight my superior rap self just for being above you. The least you could have done was lead in lending a voice, but you did Lagos campaigning shiny teeth for any invoice. I stopped judging success by the kind of money I make, or the house that I built, or the rents that I paid. I think a successful man is...
Okay, he said the least you could do was lend in a voice. but you did Lagos campaigning for any invoice, still talking about MI always following politicians. I know that for once MI and Ambody, MI was supporting Ambody, so it was like MI is always following politicians and trying to make money of politicians instead of learning a voice. But if you want to think about it, if there's anybody that actually voices out for things, MI does. MI does. So, but let me just leave it that way. Let me just leave it that way. Just leave it that way.
One who knows himself, that thinking is far from you, cause it's top of the shelf. I know the day will come when everyone you lifted will speak. People will know you lifted them to step on them to your peak. And how are you the only one surviving as an artist?
Okay, this line hits hard. But it's the same old thing about MI's height. The same old thing about MI's height. So he said that a successful man is the one who knows himself, but that thinking is far from you because it's at the top of the shelf. So saying that MI is too short, he can't reach success. But if you come to look at it in reality, MI is actually more successful than Vector is. I'm not going to defend MI. It's actually a line of MI being too short that he could not even reach the shelf to collect success. So that hits hard, you know.
You signed a rapper for so long, I guess he's nothing but your artist. How you not confused? The whole story is whack. Think about it. The only light in the story is black. You advertise your ass a lot.
See, how you the only one surviving as an artist? You signed the rapper for so long. I guess it's nothing but your artist. So I'm sure it's talking about Loose Cannon being in Chocolate City, and Loose Cannon has been there for so long, and it's true that Loose Cannon's career is not so blossoming as an artist, but it's just taking shots at Loose Cannon. How come Loose Cannon is there and he has been so long in Chocolate City, and yet he has not done anything there for the people to recognize? So Loose Cannon is only MI's artist. That's what he's just trying to say. It's only for MI. It's not for other people. It's not bringing value to other people. That's what Vector is saying here.
Abuja a lot. I came back with more money. Let that story be that. And what's my success in life? The answer is life. I look in the eyes of my daughter and I'm thankful for life. And I'm a single father making mistakes, learning of life. I had a fight with YSG. That shit is normal in life. Your girl broke up with you. We thought she'd be your wife. You were the bitch in the relationship. The stories are right. You claim I treated YSG in a way that was false. I was the one who lost everything in my life but my pulse. Let's talk about CC, not your BB guest. Let's talk a little bit about some of your CC mess. You did your emperor crazy, one of CC's best. Then Ramos exits ushered in the CC stress. I mean, Dice could really rap, he had your CC crest. And many artists don't fall shy off your CC steps. CC was in the room, we get CC left. Even the lounge could testify, he reads CCX. How much did you say again? 20 milli? We all saw how you wasted 1 milli. I was confused when you said Michael.
Okay, I have to give accolades to Vector for this play on words here, using CC Chocolate City, playing his words here, and he said a lot of things. He said some lines there that are actually quite making sense, and but they are not that deep. He's just playing on words, which is actually good. He said, "You did the Emperor crazy, one of CC's best. The Brimo's exit ushered in CC stress." I mean, Dice could really rap. He had CC's crest, and many artists don't fall shy off your CC steps. Then CC was in the room. We get CC left. Even the launch can testify. CCX. Also, there's a launch actually in Victoria Island owned by Chocolate City called CCX. So then he talked about the Emperor. You did the Emperor crazy, one of CC's best. I don't really know that. The Brimo's exit ushered in a CC stress. So trying to say that Brimo's exit made CC go through made Chocolate City go on that stress. Then that's Ellis, yeah. That's Ellis could really rap. He's a talented artist, and he had CC's crest, but no more. As I said, even many artists don't fall shy off your CC steps. So like even that's Ellis followed MI steps, but fail as an artist because now nobody hears about that's Ellis anymore. Nobody hears about that's Ellis anymore. So that is the basic line to that. That's the basic line. So let's continue and see what what Vector has to say.
You don't know Michael. If you did, you would have said Giddy.
Okay. Hello, Gazamba. I bet call Giddy, eh? Tell us that next life is a beach party. Say more runner more.
Okay. And he talked about the 20 milli. He talked about the 20 milli. So you know that MI said that he put 20 million on the table for Vector when Vector comes into Chocolate City to make his label float. But he said that he couldn't even save a milli. We all know that Millie had problem with MI and left Chocolate City. He bought himself out of Chocolate City. He left Chocolate City because he had a problem with MI, and now he's saying that he could not even save Millie's career. He couldn't save a Millie. So that wordplay was actually very deep, and I have to give accolades to Vector for trying to replying MI's The Viper, then also coming to his defense. So in all being said, is just Judas the Rat. Is this a good track? I'll say yes, it's a good track. Is it a great track? It's actually a good day song, but is it up to par with The Viper? The answer is, to be honest, no. Vector came with some hard lines, came with some hard bars, but the truth is, it wasn't up to par with The Viper. This song doesn't match The Viper. MI really brought it here, and Vector came here. And you notice that some parts Vector was getting defensive. And the truth is that he didn't even throw jabs at MI. He didn't really throw any jab at MI. The only jab he threw was MI being dead. That's only two lines I could see it referring directly to MI. It was MI being dead. Since he said his father is dead, say MI being dead. And the other lines about MI's height again. So there was not anything new. He talked about MI's former girlfriend, but he didn't say anything deep about that. So, but the truth is that the song is actually a great diss song, but it doesn't meet the Viper standard. That's just, to be honest, truth. So if I'm going to rate this song, I'm going to give this song an 8/10. Then if I'm going to rate the Viper for me is a 9.5. So as in they see a gap, and I felt like Vector should have come harder, not just talking on Twitter. As he would have come with stronger jabs, but it didn't meet up to par. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed my reaction. I'm sorry, Vector fans, if you are disappointed with my reaction, but this is just me being basically honest and trying to be sincere as much as possible. So please like and subscribe to my channel. I promise to come with better videos and better sound for you all. I hope you enjoy this. See you guys later.